First we're gonna have to tech pedal number 1. Then we're gonna have to tech pedal number 2. It's gonna be a while because there's about 12 pedals or so. So we're all set. Oh, just kidding. No, we are here at the Church of Magic, and we love our friends. Yes. Yeah, keep it going, boy. Oh, I think I see Chimney. Okay, anybody who doesn't understand what's going on here, we got two people in the room here. We've got the Campfire Cowboy, and we've got Chimney the Chipmunk. Oh, Chimney, whoa! Chimney, where you going, Chimney? Chimney, where you going, Chimney? And we also have the Campfire Cowboy here. There's several animal friends. Whoa! There goes a bird.
We got another animal over here.
I don't know if he has any bird character.
Look at that crow.
I don't know if he has any bird character.
He doesn't like to be touched.
Oh! Leave it to the Campfire Cowboy. You know, do some visual gags here.
Why is he always getting up to this shenaniganry?
He's getting shenaniganry one after the other. He's a lasagna of shenanigans. Yeah, okay, so let me introduce our dear friend, Trashton. Is that who I...
Yeah, thank you.
Go ahead. So, say what you want to say. Tell us.
Say what I want to say. Well, I'm very thankful to be joined by my friend here, the Campfire. We took a carriage and a wagon down to this radio station here. Normally, folks hear me from Bonner Valley Broadcast Network. That's 60.6. But I'm excited to be on 106.1. And in Bonner,
if I
go
can
ahead.
Stop you right now. We are listening to WSCA LP Portsmouth. That's 106.1 FM. 603-430-9722. Check us out on WSCAFM.org. Thank you.
Yes, you got to get in those plugs, and you do got to check out those sites and share them to your friends. You know, support community radio. That's what a lot of what Bonner Broadcast is about. Bonner Valley is my personal government project, which seceded from the states, and we're currently holding the first election of all time in Bonner Valley.
Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on now. So start a little bit farther back now. So you come from a place called Bonner Valley, and you guys are going to be seceding. Can you tell me where geographically you're talking about and who's involved in this project?
Well, it really does span it's a several-year project. It goes back to, well, I could root it in my childhood, but to put a concrete date, I had a commune in 1882, and we had things going well for several years, but around 1888, things went sour. We had bust real south, and quite frankly, I haven't paid too much attention to maps when we were running, but I think we're somewhere due south of the Texas line, and we're somewhere near the water. Could be near New Mexico. Never really paid too much attention, but we call it Bonner Valley, and here we find ourselves.
All right, so to make everyone understand, now these guys are from different layers of the lasagna, and Trashton is clearly from a couple of layers above, because apparently his reality exists in the mid 1800s. So that's great, and he's visited us.
From here. I'll come back, but it's not the first time I've found myself through portals.
You're not the only one, my friend.
There's
do you have any other portal experiences that you might want to tell?
Well, have you talked about death experiences and returnal or ego moments or anything like that
not
with
yet,
the church?
But we find it absolutely fascinating.
Well, to tell you my story in a brief moment is upon the discovery of Bonner Valley, a crew of what was several, just above 200 folk, dwindled down to about 17, dwindled down to about 4. We found Bonner, and we met this witch fellow named Ellison. He goes by the name of, he preferred the name LSD, the witch doctor.
Yes.
And he gave us some potions. One of my friends declined to have the doctor's potion, but my friend El Guapo and I, we did drink the potions. We died. We did die.
Incredible.
And we went to the spirit realm, remarkably, and the guilt of our death caused Ellison and my other friend, Mr. Ramsey, to embark on a little bit of a quest. And they met us on the other side. They opened a portal to free us. And while I was dead with El Guapo in the spirit realm, we were saved from this body of what appeared like liquid, but it was physical suffering. We were wading through this body of pain, and we were saved by this fellow named Andy Rocco. He joined us back through the portal and saved us. We came back to life and continued our life in Bonner Valley. And that's 1889, and so it's 1892 here where we're running this election. So it's been a lot of things have changed.
So
folk have died, folk come and go.
So if it weren't for Rocco, you guys would still be in the spirit realm in a pain ocean.
In a pain ocean, and we would have turned into skeletons with an unending will to unite with the eternal night and serve the curse of the demon queen with the legion of the undead as another member of the scimitar wielding skeletal army.
This is absolutely incredible. You're saying all the right buzzwords, by the way.
Well, I appreciate that. I'll try to get out all the important
this
details.
This is absolutely incredible. This is absolutely incredible.
He's right on.
Now, can you because some of my information here, can you tell me a little more about this character Cumbia? Who's that?
Cumbia, yeah. So he, well, I met him at the turn of the decade, 1890, and there was a culminating event where marshals were coming into the valley from the north, telling me that I had to secede my land back to the United States, and that they didn't like my jurisdiction. I had previously claimed the lives of the U.S. deputies and sheriffs in the surrounding territories that I claimed.
As you would need to if you were going
upon the mayor's approval, I should say.
Fair enough.
We had made deals. We were establishing the government. Nonetheless, here we found ourselves, the marshals are coming in, and they sent a convoy of settlers along with something called the Clown Corps. I'm not sure if you're familiar.
What's the Clown Corps?
Well, they run a dirty circus.
Please elaborate on that. I don't
well,
know.
you know about trafficking animals, bad business, and stuff like that. The unfortunate deformities of and folk being taken advantage of.
I'm starting to understand.
It's a bad bit, and then they were enslaving good people into the circus business to get into the acrobatics, do the dangerous work. So Cumbia and his friend Alan White were involved in the circus that came to Bonner Valley. And it was all a ruse because the government knew what they were doing.
Can I let you say, what was Cumbia's job in the circus?
Well, he was kind of, he was a brute. He kind of wrestled folk, I think. He kind of, he doesn't like to talk about it because, to tell you the truth, when I met him, he only knew how to say the word Cumbia. Alan kind of had to tell me about him, but he was more secluded himself, and we had a lot of work to do, but he literally could only say the word Cumbia.
That's fascinating.
It was quite fascinating, but I had likened to him for the simple fact that he didn't want to turn himself into the government and rat me out.
Of course, I understand. Well, okay, I'm not getting to your sidetrack. I know you were trying to go somewhere, but...
Oh, of course,
But can we learn more about how Cumbia learned the language and how he became friends with you guys?
Yeah, well, he stood alongside us because the circus was... The government sent them to a specific place to be killed by the skeletons. And they wanted to stage it as me killing all of these innocent people. So all of the settlers that came to Bonner mostly died.
I see. So
except for Alan and Cumbia.
So the U.S. government was trying to frame you so that your secession claim could be like disavowed.
I actually convinced the colonel of a battalion to turn all of his soldiers against the government, and then most of them still live and work for me.
I see.
Now it's 2 years ago.
What's the population of Bonner Valley?
I want to say roughly like 600, 700 people.
Wow.
Yeah, it's hard to keep a census. We've never done a census.
Sure. Well, when you're anti-establishment, it's hard to do numbers, right?
Certainly, especially
So
people just come and go.
So continuing on this thing of Cumbia's sort of education and assimilation, because now fast forward to now, right? He's in a position where he's running for, is it the mayorship of Bonner Valley?
He's running for
against this guy Rocco, who was a
he had the former position.
government.
He was running. So, well, again, to remind viewers, if you're just joining us, my name is Trashton, and we're joined by Campfire Cowboy here, and so what's going on with this Cumbia character?
Big Bad Dan, I'm here too.
Big Bad Dan.
Sit down,
Big
everybody.
Bad Dan.
Listen.
Look out for him.
Listen.
But so what's going on with Cumbia was he's running for chief bandit. I run the bandits. I'm the governor of Bonner Valley,
Okay,
and he is my chief bandit.
I see.
But Andy Rocco was formerly the chief bandit.
So Cumbia is the current one, and Rocco is the former one.
He's
and now,
challenging his
and now
leadership
Rocco is running against Cumbia.
in the first election because they were never diplomatic or democratically elected people.
Right.
Before we were just a crew.
So,
it was
right.
my brother.
Essentially dictatorship, right? You decide who's what role.
Yeah, and I'm still the governor, and that has not been put to an election, and I'm interested in that conversation. But we're in war. We're not going to talk about that right now. We are at war. It's true. Oh, you're laughing, but the witches are attacking us on all
It's more
fronts.
that I'm laughing because I'm overwhelmed by your brilliance.
You gotta handle things like a man.
Exactly.
You can't let stuff like this get carried
No,
away.
you can't be all womanly about stuff and change horses midstream, right?
Well, have you ever changed a horse midstream? It's thrilling.
It's
I have.
You're galloping at nearly like 40 miles an hour. You're dodging gunfire. You're shooting off rounds. You're reloading. You got skeletons running at you. They're not on horses. They run like 60 miles an hour
right.
just on their own. Fast.
Well, I guess I didn't understand what it meant because
You hop
but
horse midstream,
one time
literally hop off one horse to another horse because yours dies. You just got to.
right. See,
Bad,
I didn't
crazy.
understand. So I thought I rode a horse into the middle of a river and then I got off and I tried to change his view of the world. I really tried to break down philosophy and why I was there, why I was riding him. So I thought I would be able to change my horse midstream, but I didn't understand what that meant. So thank you for enlightening me.
Well, it goes both ways.
It goes both ways.
There's two kinds.
You can always
two
flip the
sides to
tarot
each
card
coin.
upside down.
Cumbia again with the speech and her learning English again because he always knew English. We learned, but lots of stuff happened. But once we eventually, we met his long lost brother, and
Cumbia's long lost brother.
that
What's that person's name?
Juan Miguel,
Okay.
and they were together before Cumbia was abducted into the clownhood,
Right, I got you.
and basically meeting.
He was an inclowned person, is what you're saying.
He was in clown. He was taken away from his brother and his family to be a clown. He was snatched. But that's all. There was no
What was that name of that dirty circus, by the way?
the
it
clown corps.
It's called the Clown Corps.
The clown corps of the United States government. Because it was
Everybody watch out for the Clown Corps.
It
If
was
they come
something of a
around.
capitalist investment in
Sounds
lots of
familiar.
different
Sounds familiar.
illicit businesses. Ultimately, it turned out to be,
Mhm.
but that's all that it was. He met Juan, and it was like, I don't know how to speak again. It was almost like a response in his brain. It just triggered all of his memories coming back.
It was almost like a massive code switch.
He just was stuck.
Started to go into his normal life again.
And then I think his life is never going to be normal again. But his ability
What he was used to.
to express himself beyond Cumbia as the only ability to express was open.
Well, this is absolutely fascinating. So kind of to conclude here, not that I'm bored because this is fantastic.
I could go on. We could talk again later.
Yeah, well, talk
who knows?
more about the universe and stuff, but to put a scab on it in this way. So now we have an election that's coming up between Cumbia and Rocco,
Tomorrow night.
which is going to be tomorrow night at Portland, Maine, at the Ethodian Theater. And so what's going to
Almost,
happen?
yeah.
What's going to happen like that?
Well, so the actual election is going to be November 3rd at the Ethodian, and tomorrow is going to be a test of their determination. They're going to be
get it.
It's going to be a little bit
It's like
of
an election by combat in a way.
Well, certainly we're testing things out. We've seen how the American model works, and
So we're going to judge how good each one of their talent show talents are, and that's going to inform the election that's going to come in November. Is that right?
Exactly. We want people to get another feel for these people. You know, I feel like Cumbia was given the short stick when this whole scandal with the tattoo came out. To tell folks.
I'm sorry, but I don't know.
I'm going to tell these folks right now.
Tell me.
Because
It's all true, folks.
as the governor, I feel like I'm pinned between a rock and a hard place. Because Cumbia is my friend and he's my right-hand man. I don't want him to lose a job.
Sure.
But the people are frustrated with these things that have come up. And so the tattoo, well, that came up because he was caught cheating in poker. And he got his jacket ripped off him, right?
Yeah.
And it exposed that he had Old Glory on his back. And that just got about everybody in the room riled up.
Wow.
And totally upside down.
Wow.
And those two things, they got like overnight, and they're telling me he needs to get out of the job. We might need to kill him because he's a traitor.
Wow.
And I don't know, I don't think he's a traitor.
Hey, listen, just because you got Old Glory on you doesn't mean that one thing or another.
It was a thing
You'd be
where
wearing it ironically.
he got to see with his friends in the clown corps, and they got tattoos when he wasn't, fully of himself. He was inebriated. It was something that, he did because he thought he was going to be stuck with America forever.
Right.
So I give him the benefit of the doubt, but still got people upset.
I see. I understand.
And Andy Rocco thinks he knows how to do things better.
Right.
So if he thinks he knows how to do things better,
Well,
if the people want it,
let's see where it's the Bonneville thing.
I can't say that we're going to have a place that's better than America and then call it a kingdom.
So can you give us any idea of what the Rocco versus Cumbia talent exposition is going to entail?
Well, I know that Cumbia has been learning some different music stuff. He's always played the drums, but we sometimes in Bonner Valley we find stuff in the stand, and for example, a place exactly like this, washed up on the top of the Mesa Cliffs. That's BBM, 60.6, and people got radios in their homes and stuff, and we're getting them different assorted equipments throughout the place. It doesn't make sense, but we make sense of it nonetheless.
Interesting. So do you guys have like competing, closed circuit radio stations?
No, it's all, as far as I'm concerned, it's just one big open band.
One bandwidth.
That folk are, no, not one bandwidth, but people are taking advantage of
the air that is there.
The air that's available. I think much like here, there's no private nothing. You tune the dial right, you probably find my military chats. Which, you won't be vigilante, I suppose. Keep your eyes peeled, or your ears peeled better yet.
Okay.
But I got distracted. He's found these electronic devices in the sand. It's what he calls them. I call them technological. But
you
he's
are
got
listening
electronic
to nonsense
devices.
spewed from a gibbering
He's going to be
idiot.
maybe debuting
Please
it.
calm down.
He likes his maracas. And Andy, he's been flexing these interesting dance moves and stuff like that. He's been doing like a little routine to a number that I forget the name of. I think it's something by, again, if we found this tape that he's quite fond of in the sand by one Link Ray. And so he's been dancing to these songs, and he's going to do a couple dance routines. I think there might be some other things that I'm forgetting. Oh, we're going to let the audience decide what's going on too. They're going to call out some talents. They're going to have to compete for those. So,
I see. They're going to say dance, or they're going to say sing, or they're going to say calculate,
or push-ups, or who knows?
Ooh, I'm going to do
push-up talent.
I see. I like this. This is great.
Basically, they've chosen what they want to show you, and we want you to tell them what to do.
This is an ultra-progressive, idea of how to run an election.
The last show we had them both have a speech at the same rally, so you came to see them together.
Great idea. Rally debate. I think that's a great idea too.
Cumbia definitely did not perform well in that, but I will say it was by choice. He made some interesting decisions. He trashed the venue.
Right. So, can you describe what actually happened when they?
Well, I suppose I should keep it light, but he's dispositioned by the fact that the restrooms have changed, makes different amenities no longer accessible.
Yeah.
Gosh.
So he was upset, so he trashed a bunch of bathrooms?
I didn't trash the bathrooms. Well, he spoke badly on the business practices, the changes in the business. You know, he's like, oh, it's terrible that the bartenders are so kind to give us your drinks so quickly. You used to have to order them and wait like 9 to 10 minutes, and that's how we prefer it, you know.
So he was playing to the right.
In a sense, he was. I can't see where that policy came from. I think he's going to walk it back. We had some talks in the back, but he said that to a crowd of people, and he pulled 37%.
Well, see, there you go. I guess that's not very good.
He didn't really. But Kumbi, I still trust him. He's still my friend. I like Andy too. That's the thing. You know, when we play some of my music, I'm gonna play some songs off of Andy and I's album. We constantly are getting up to no good.
Well, why don't we hear a song from you?
Oh, we could do a song. How does it sound in the system?
Yeah, sounds great.
Sounds good in the system?
Yeah, I'll adjust as we go.
Okay. Oh boy, which one should we do? I don't really sing the songs. You know, Andy sings the songs. You guys can be getting some instrumental kind of versions of them. But nonetheless,
maybe you can narrate as you instrumentalize.
Oh, I can't even do that. You know, my brain just ain't wired to do it like that. You know what I mean?
You do what you do.
Yeah, well.
Also, we always have the eighth inch jack if you want one.
Sorry?
But we always have the eighth inch. But why don't you?
Yeah.
Give us a little something.
Yeah.
Give us a little something. Or even something of your own. Whatever, we want to hear what you have to say.